So here we are in the art room. We're doing part 2, and this is attaching the handle. So I took a chunk of clay, and it is very thick, obviously, but I kind of made it, okay, I'm going to use this, right? That shape, determined it. I'm just going to kind of have it and use the thicker half. Handles are really quite challenging. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not super good at making sure that they don't pop off, but you have to make them about the same thickness, and then as it dries, we put paper towel in it to kind of keep it up. So you're kind of making like a little candy cane shape, and you're making a larger base at each of the ends. And I know it's thick, but don't worry, you can trim it. But you want more clay when you're adding. Are you noticing a pattern here? You always make it thick and chunky when you're building it, but then when you start refining it, you can take things away. Reduction, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, you're welcome. Here we go. We're saving the planet. One chunk of clay at a time. The rest I'll probably do after I attach it. So I'm going to rough up these pieces. When it comes to clay, refinement is what you guys always want to do first, except you really just need to do it last. All right, so I'm touching around the circle, the sphere of my mug, and I'm finding the thickest end, and then I'm just determining exactly where I'm going to put them. And I'll kind of make it bigger than what I'm actually going to attach it with, because all that'll get smoothed away anyway. The water cups are also only for clay. If you remember, we've been keeping things pretty separate. I have a whole set of water cups that are clay only because that one's a little thick. That dust does get everywhere. Let me attach these. So then the same rules apply, but you really have to push and push to make a strong connection. Again, you're going to need that extra clay when you start smoothing it in and turning it into that one seamless piece. You see how this comes up? Don't worry about that. We can fix it all once it's got a strong attachment. You can shape your handle the way you want it, all that once it's attached. This inside piece here is really quite challenging as well. I'm taking a lot of this clay and pushing it here to attach it. From this point on, you never pick it up by the handle. You only pick it up by the cup itself. I'm going to use my fingers. You guys like to use your tools sometimes more, but the fingers help move it around. I think this needs to be a little bit wetter too. So, attach, score, slip, seam. Okay? Same process. Now we start the designing. Clay storage in the art room. Okay, so say it's time to go. You are going to want to wrap this up with damp paper towels, and you're going to reuse these. All you have to do is keep getting them wet. Yes, they'll get clayey and dirty, but that's their job. So clay needs water and moisture to stay workable, and I have it all ready to work on, but no time, right? So it's time to wrap it. You have to be gentle with it. At this point in the process, you will need a board. You might not always need a board. You might need to share the board. I only have so much storage space. So I'm going to put a little, just kind of in here on the inside so that there's dampness in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I am going to put a whole big chunk of paper towel that is wet. It's got to be wet, but not dripping, where the handle goes to keep the shape. And then I'm going to get a bag. And before I do anything, I'm going to label my bag with these little dots. Put your name, and if you're sharing, you can put your partner's name and then your class period. Okay, make sure you use a skinny Sharpie. It works, there's enough space. If you use a big one, not so much. Let it dry for just a second. I lost it on the roll. Before you stick it on your bag. It will probably fall off more than once. These bags have also been reused and they have some clay, but it's a good start. Then you pick up your whole board, put it in the bag. Be gentle because it's still movable and pliable, malleable. Wrap it underneath so that there's not much air, and then you bring it to me. I can see your dot. So it's very easy for me to store and it's very easy for me to return to you.